Grant Daniel now.
It's Grant Daniel.
The gold logie this year. Oh my God, it's Grant Daniel.
And our mom, Shezzy Daniel. She's really crazy.
It's all true.
It's All True, the podcast with Grant and Shezzy Denya. What's up, everybody?
You should have an American accent now.
Oh, that's right, y'all. So good to be back down under. Yeah, I like you, Aussies. Is your kangaroos jumping down the street? Mate, I had blokes talking to me about kangaroos all the time, about those. They're obviously seeing them online a lot with the really big jacked muscles, the ones with...
Yeah, that's what we said at the end of the last podcast.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And you were going to talk to some
but it made me go and look at a video because the Uber driver was like, yeah, man, you guys punch out kangaroos down there. And I'm like, I think I remember seeing a video of someone punch the kangaroo out. And I went and had a look. It's confronting viewing. but it's pretty funny.
Do you know, we have a monstrous kangaroo down our paddock. And I know because I went down there while you were away. Yeah. Our bottom paddocks were flooded, and I went down on the four-wheeler thinking that I would go down and just check the fence lines. And this thing came out of blackberry bushes, and I was like, oh, it's a kangaroo, it'll jump off. And then it stood up, and it had pec muscles.
Yeah, it was ready to punch on.
Yeah.
It was just me.
Yeah. Who was that creep with the binoculars hiding in the shrubs?
It was really...
The stash gives it away.
Yeah.
It's coming along, bro.
But then...
Look, I have been doing everything I can to show off this moustache, stash, whatever you want to call it. But I've been hiding for the past couple of episodes. Do you remember around that time of Halloween when I had somebody kind of attack me? And, sort of fake blood went all over my face and my shirt and all this sort of stuff.
Mm.
That's right.
Look, around the same time, I actually received what people call a hickey.
What?
In the same
like an actual
brutal attack?
An actual hickey? Hold on.
Did Dracula find you? And
a love bite. A love bite. Oh, my God, George.
She came up to me. The same one that was sort of pole dancing over me came up to me in the club and latched on and did a bit of sucky on the side of my neck, and I was covering it up with really, really bad makeup. So, I've been going back through all of our YouTube videos and like airbrushing it live to make sure nobody can see it because it's so obvious. It's finally gone now, and I just should have been honest from the very start and told you because it's
this is a good story.
Why didn't you tell us?
Hang on, she was so a complete rando, or did you know her at this stage when she came up and latched on?
Yeah, like a complete stranger just dancing with me and jumped up and thought, you know what, I'm going to leave my mark on him. And she certainly did. The day after, it was so purple. It was massive. God. It's like, it was terrible. I was concerned for my health. I nearly went to the hospital.
You might have bled out from that thing, mate. If she's got a strong suction on her.
Is that your first hickey? Oh, my God.
Yeah, I didn't really know it was still a thing. Like, I've seen it in, like, old movies. But apparently it's still popping.
Oh, wow. My God. That makes me laugh so much. I love how innocent you are that you thought that it was something serious.
I haven't heard of a hickey, honestly, since the very early 2000s. Like, I didn't think it was a thing either. That's a big throwback from her. And... how long was she on the neck for? Like, how long do you think that she was in full Dyson mode, just sucking you? Like,
maybe she thought she was a vampire.
Dyson mode.
Like 15 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds?
No, I reckon it would be a solid 8.5 seconds where she's just laying there. And at first you don't really know it's happening.
Hang on,
go back. Laying there in the club. What were you doing?
She was just laying there for 8 seconds.
Yeah,
okay, laying into me.
laying into me.
Right. I was standing up and then she's just sucking away. But you don't know it in the first, I'm going to say 4 seconds. And then you go, oh, hang on a second.
Yeah.
This is happening. She's sucking on my neck and it hurts a little bit, but it tickles and I don't mind it right now. It's fine. Yeah. And then you wake up the next morning, your mate who you sleep over with goes, whoa, bro, what happened to your neck? And then I go, oh, that's right. That chick just sucked the life out of my neck.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. This is
so
funny.
You thought she was just muzzling in for either just like a quiet word in your ear or just a little kiss maybe on the neck area, and she's just gone full Dracula.
Well, you would both know the technique of like sort of nibbling around the ear and sort of whispering in the ear, and it sort of brings on these lovely sensations. So I thought she was, kissing my ear and doing stuff like that. But no, she was she was trying to do something more sinister and
She was
had to
trying
cover it up for so long.
She was she was trying to put a mark on you.
Yeah, she's
Oh my
like,
God, that is so funny.
I own this now. This bitch is mine, is what she said about you.
Oh my
That's
God.
exactly it.
Do you know when I was younger, there used to be a game where you could go around and give people hickeys on their chins by using like your fingers. Sorry, Grant's just talking to a potential guest for
Yep.
a segment that's just come through.
Yeah, we're super organised.
It's not what I think it is.
The PA, obviously, she's on holidays because we don't have one. It's a permanent holiday. So I'm now booking a guest whilst in the show. Hey, how's that for organisation?
Yeah, so I was
That's how they do it on Sunrise, guys.
I was trying to get Grant to describe what I'm doing. So you use your thumb and you pointer finger and your middle finger and you put it around someone's chin. Here, I'll do it to Grant. All right, you put it around someone's
Like
chin
you're choking someone's chin.
and you squeeze it real hard and it gives them a hickey on their chin.
So it just looks like you got a whopping great big ball sack, like off under your mouth.
Wow.
That's so weird.
I don't know. No, well,
It's
I
like
used
that
to do
Hugh
it
Jackman movie where
girls'
he's got
school.
those balls hanging off his neck. Have you seen that? Where Hugh Jackman's got like a set of testicles growing off his neck.
Something that
It's
looks
the
like
most
testicles
random
or
thing
actual
ever.
testicles.
What is that movie?
I think it was a movie that was like horribly criticised, like didn't go well at all.
He
But
had
Hugh Jackman
actual
dead set.
testicles.
I've got to go.
George, I'm really concerned about what is going on up there with you. You've got this seedy moustache. You've got some random woman who thinks she's Dracula who's given you clearly a hickey that's last for what, 3... Well, hold on. We're talking about... It was
It was about
Halloween.
1.5, 2 weeks.
Right.
Oh my god! I just found the picture of his testicles. No, is that?
What?
Oh, it's
the,
a viral video.
What the hell is that? Huh?
Wow.
It's Hugh Jackman like you've never seen him before.
That is
Testicles
so...
below his chin. It's a viral video from last year. Oh no, you're right. It's a movie.
What?
Chin testicles exposed.
Chin testicles?
What the
That
hell?
is so random.
Balls on his neck. What is
Oh my
that about?
God. That is so weird.
That is random. You wouldn't expect that from him.
No, but we still don't even know what that actually is. But anyway,
Should we?
Hugh Jackman's that guy. Oh, sorry. Before we jump into the reviews, like Hugh Jackman is that guy. He hasn't had anything bad in the media. No negative press. Like no, he's the nice guy.
Yeah.
And I think the day something crazy comes out about him will be a sad day.
Yeah.
Is it just me in thinking that?
No.
no.
He is. He's somehow he's survived while so many haven't, and he is flawless. And he's a picture of perfection, and he's nice. You know, his films are great. There is absolutely nothing.
He has balls on his neck.
He does charity work. He has testicle neck. He's like
Testicle neck. Oh, it's so random. I'll have to go and watch it because I can't comment until I see it. But the picture that you just showed me was pretty
I can't tell if
gruesome.
it's just a viral video or an actual whole movie
I don't know.
without going into the story.
Well, don't go into the
But
story.
I just saw the picture and it is weird.
We've got some cracking reviews. Look, last episode. Are you kidding me? I texted it to you to read yours.
didn't?
I did. I
Oh, did you
sent one
text
to
it?
you and
Oh,
George.
I don't do group tests.
Tests.
I don't do group testicles, guys.
You don't do text.
I'm more of
full
a singular.
stop.
Yeah, I'm a single testicle guy. Yeah, I got it. Of course, I got one here. I love bloody these things. Fridays with my friends. This is from Beck Ings. Thank you, Beck. Grant, Chezzy, and George, or as my 3-year-old calls you, Mummy's friends.
Aw.
Gee, that's cute.
That is cute, actually.
I don't know if your 3-year-old should be listening to this. I have never heard a more relatable podcast. My husband is one of the 1 in 10 men diagnosed with postnatal anxiety. I've been thinking about this since we spoke about this.
Wow.
I don't know if I declared it enough at the time, but I something was up with me post first baby.
Yeah.
All right, so 1 in 10 men diagnosed with postnatal anxiety. So listening to your last episode made me really appreciate you bringing awareness to this cause. On top of this, I'm a HG survivor, just like Shezzy.
Hyperemesis I can't pronounce the second word, but gravidarium or something, gravidarium.
And which is basically just chronic illness during the pregnancy process. I'm a HG survivor just like Shezzy and a motorsport lover like Grant. Loved hearing my mate Toby Price on the podcast too. Oh, God, I cuddled the shit out of that bloke when I was in America.
We've got so much to unpack in this episode.
So sometimes it feels like you're speaking directly to me. I have laughed and cried while listening to you guys, often in the same episode. George, you are wise beyond your years. I'm not sure about his horse lips stuff. Ha ha. I love that bit.
Maybe that's what that chick was trying to show you. True.
She was doing horse lips on your neck.
Yeah.
She couldn't do it on her penis. It was first date. You know
No,
what I
that's
mean?
a new song, Vampire Lips on My Neck.
Yeah.
Sorry.
On my neck scrotum. Can't wait to hear this season's song. Thanks, team, for brightening my weeks. Stay true, lovers. Cheers, Beck.
Oh,
Bloody ripper review, that one.
that is nice.
My sister
That is
rang me the
lovely.
other day and said, you know what's stuck in my friggin' head and it's been in there all week? Horse lips on a penis.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
Really?
yes, because your nephew rang me and said he wanted to thank us for doing the Ghosts episode way back because he was listening to it on the way to school and he really enjoyed it. Yeah. And he's really young and I was thinking,
I don't make this
hold
podcast
on.
for my nephew. I love you. I really do love you, Chase, but earmuffs.
Dusty.
Earmuffs.
It
Oh, it was Dusty?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
the real
Jesus.
young one. Yeah, he rang specifically to say thanks.
Actually, my sister sent me a text as well going, Dusty Googled you. He
That's
goes,
not yours.
I Googled Uncle Grant and something came up.
Oh.
And now he's my screensaver.
Oh.
How cute. How cute's that? Dusty, how old's Dusty now?
He'd be 8
Yeah.
because he's a year older than Scout. So
I said to my sister, most young boys probably want, Kylie Jenner as their screensaver. So to have Uncle Grant.
Kylie Jenner?
Yeah? No?
Are you Kylie Jenner?
Kylie Minogue?
Not Caitlin.
Oh, okay. I get them all confused.
I was thinking of Caitlin.
Yes, so was I. Kylie Jenner. Do any young guys like her? I don't know.
Would she be the most... Sure. Would she be the hottest thing now for young boys? I
Ask
guess
George.
Was she
George is
the
young.
benchmark now? Or not?
Yeah, Kylie Jenner's good. I think it's up to interpretation. Everybody's got very different taste.
course.
I'm quite into Dua Lipa at the moment, the singer.
No, I was going to say Dua Lipa.
What
but I
about Hilary Duff, or is she?
Hillary Duff?
Oh, you just spat. What's wrong with Hilary
Her
Duff?
last movie was like 1998.
Well, she was 16
I was
then.
going to say
so
Hillary
she'd
who?
be- Oh, are you kidding me? Is she our age?
She's now Hillary Upther. Like she's had kids.
Oh, but that doesn't make
No,
you
it doesn't
less
make it-
sexy.
no, but I mean,
Oh,
like
how offensive. So is Kylie Jenner.
No, she hasn't.
She's had kids. She's had 2, I think. Stormy and Rainbow or
No,
something.
that's
No, she had.
Kardashians. Storm. Yeah, Kim's.
No.
Why do I know this?
I don't know. No, you think you
I've
think,
been to LA, mate.
You
I
think
know
you've
everything
been
about
to LA. You think
Hollywood.
you know. Yeah, nah, you don't know. All right, George.
that
No,
yours?
that's George's podcast.
okay.
God, you're not even reading the notes that I'm pre-sending. George.
No,
I've got a review, guys. Shall I share it with you right now?
Yes, please.
Hit me, brother.
It is from Shez 8811. Is this from you, Shezzy?
It is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
should be
Great.
No, no,
Well,
no.
it's titled.
Shez 69 is her.
Oh yeah, the OnlyFans. No, look, it's titled Best Podcast. 5 stars. This podcast keeps. Oh, it just left my screen. This podcast keeps getting better and better. I'm living for each Friday so I can laugh and cry and join in with your conversations. Sometimes I speak out loud, believing I'm sitting with friends. Don't ever stop making It's All True. It's my favorite thing ever.
Oh, that's nice.
The podcast.
All right, I've got a review too. Jane Seymour, cacking myself at the coughing fit episode. My hubby always chokes on rice. I swear I've just walked away, especially at a food court. Please die elsewhere. Everybody's looking is my thoughts.
You are the biggest joker ever.
Yeah, I know. I choked last night.
Oh my God.
I I
And it was on the same thing we spoke about this last time, the pork crackling. She had pork crackling in bed, right, which is her guilty pleasure, and the dust off the pork crackle.
No, it was a whole pork crackle.
Okay, she choked on a whole pork crackle because she
Yeah.
can't chew it because she
Are you
loves it that
inhaling your food, Chezzy?
No,
much. Yeah, she's like,
no. I just breathed it in a bit quick.
that's how she eats them.
Human vacuum, like a.
All right, I've got another one.
Your
Sorry.
neck too. If you want any tips on how to get rid of them next time, obviously, it's a bit hard just to wear a scarf, around where you live in Rockhampton when it's 40 degrees.
It's toothpaste.
Bit of a good way. Yeah, toothpaste, mate. Whack a bit of toothpaste on there.
Actually, does that actually work? Because I don't know if it's ever been proven.
Does it shorten the lifespan of the bruise, maybe?
I don't know. The other thing you can get like Hiriodo cream or something that, or arnica, or you can put, the hay fever eye drops that make your eyes clear. Apparently, you can put that on and it reduces the redness. I don't know.
Just draw a face on it and then just say it's a tat of, your mate or something as a dare.
Or put makeup on it and make it a bruise. Or cut a bit of hair off and glue it on, and no one will ask you because they'll think it's some growth.
Wow, that's an extreme length.
Yeah.
Quite elaborate. No, I had a really, really bad shade of foundation. It was like a proper bronzer. And I don't do makeup. I do theatre stuff. And it was like really, really dark. And I saw photos and it looked terrible.
That's basically, we'll have to go back and have a look. That's basically a massive arrow that says, look here, I have covered up a hickey. Yeah.
We met.
Yeah, I had so many people going, did you get a hickey on the weekend? And I said, no way. What
Not
are you
this
talking
classy
about?
guy. No way.
You know,
I wouldn't do such a thing.
The other thing that you could do nowadays that you couldn't do back in our day is, because everybody's so sun conscious, I love it how I come up with this. You could actually get like one of those square pads and put it over with like some medical tape and say that you had a skin cancer cut off.
Hey,
Or
that's a
just
good idea. I like that.
Put a cover on there and just say, because when you get a fresh tat, it's got to be covered up, right, while it heals.
It's just,
Just say it's a tat.
Isn't it just
But then obviously when it
isn't it just
heals, there's nothing there.
glad wrap? Yeah.
And then your lie is exposed.
Yeah.
Look, I ended up telling everybody anyway, so I just should have let it be. Let
You
it just
should
sit
have
there
said
and go,
that-
hey,
You should have
I'm a proud hickey owner.
Yeah, you should have said it was like, it was a night of passion and
Can we only refer to her as horse lips from now on?
vampire lips.
Have you
She
seen
legally changed her name to Horse Lips.
Have you seen horse lips since?
No, actually, no, I did. I went out the following weekend and I saw her on the other side of the dance floor and I went, you know what you did, and I'm not dancing anywhere near you ever again.
And did she recognize you?
Yes, she did. She gave me those eyes, a little cheeky smile going,
yeah,
like,
I got you.
I got you.
I got you.
Ah.
You fell into her honey trap.
All right, I've got now here. You want to turn the volume up? You haven't been here for a bit, but I'm going to play a review. We've got an audio review.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Grant.
Righto.
All right, here we go. This was sent to George from who? Georgie?
Yeah, this is from Avi. She sent that through the socials at _GSarge on Instagram. Enjoy.
Hi, I wanted to leave a review and I just listened to your podcast. I listened to it on Spotify and I couldn't figure out how to do a review, and apparently this is how we do it. So my review is that I absolutely love listening to all three of you. You are absolutely amazing. I am 35 and have just been diagnosed with ADHD. So Shezzy, oh my God, has been an absolute godsend. My dad suddenly passed away 3 months ago, and just listening to you guys with the mediums and the spirit stuff and everything, it has gotten me through. You guys are absolutely amazing. And I love it. Absolutely love it. You guys rock.
Oh, that is so, yeah. I love it. Do you know, I've never ever been told that I'm a godsend.
No.
No. And I'm so stoked that that I've got, a team of people who think I'm awesome. All right, so
We're going to call Ash. Is that what we're doing?
well, we've got like a really cool intro to play first before I do that. I'm just trying to find where George sent it to me.
What's
This is going to be the most unorganized podcast in the history of podcasts, and I love it so much. I love it so much.
Jesus.
I don't know where you've put it because we email each other so much.
Hello, welcome to the podcast that we call Dead Air, where we just try and figure out technically what we're doing whilst we're recording. So sit back and enjoy the ride.
All right.
Hope there's plenty of lols coming your way. Oh my God. Have you got
I think one of my favorite things. Was we had a guest on and they were late to the Zoom call, and we spent, I think, maybe 12 minutes of the podcast planning what our questions were going to be, and we aired it. We were like, who cares?
You wouldn't get away with that in commercial radio, mate. That'd be a sin. You don't have this, do you?
I do. Look at these. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't.
Well, that's not it.
That's not it. Okay, don't worry. Look, we have a really awesome, unbelievable story or two today, and George is going to put this really cool sound effect in later in post, aren't you, George?
Yeah, or we could do a live version of it because it's literally 3 seconds.
You sing it.
This is a segment on It's All True that we like to call It's Unbelievable. Whoa!
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, how are ya?
Good, mate. Are we on?
Yeah, mate,
We are.
we are live and local in Australia's eardrums. Welcome to the It's All True potty.
It's a pleasure to be on. This is where I want to be.
Mate.
We have to intro you, Ash. Hi, Ash. It's Shezzy, and we've also got George here, and we've just given you the worst intro. I'm so sorry. It hasn't been our finest hour.
We had a little bit of music to pump you up, mate. Your own little sting, like they do in commercial radio land. To really get the space humming before you come on. But we couldn't find it. It was lost in our emails, so I had to sing it manually. But it was still high energy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ash Williams. You may know Ash Williams from our time in the jungle and I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. You also may know him from my Instagram and his Instagram, where we were both in LA recently together, coincidentally at the same time. And yeah, we might have shared, a hotel room, coincidentally, as well a couple of times. But we got pretty close over there, bro. And can I just say, it was great to, you showed me the ways. You showed me the LA way. You're an actor, you're a comedian, and that is your town. And thanks for welcoming me into your town. It was a mega trip.
That was a bloody long intro, bro. But yeah, mate, hey. Look, and you say that one was better than the first one. But, nah, bro. Look, there's no one else I'd rather be in LA with. And that goes for gorgeous women. So it says a lot.
Yeah.
I actually would have been on the streets if it wasn't for you, man.
Yeah, look, LA is a place that can either make your dreams come true or it can eat you whole. I know that you went there. What TV shows did you make appearance in when you were acting in LA?
Yeah, I did anger management with Charlie Sheen and Martin Sheen.
Oh.
I did The X's with Wayne Knight, who is Newman from Seinfeld, Kristen Johnson from 30 Rock from the Sun, or whatever it is, Third Rock from the Sun. Another show called You're the Worst. I was Paulie Shaw's best friend in a documentary about his life, which is yet to air.
Hold on, Ash. If it's a documentary, isn't that supposed to be legit?
Based on fact? Are you his best friend?
Yeah.
I am for the documentary. So what happened was...
Oh, I love that.
What?
I was working out at the gym, and then Paulie came in when I was mid-tricep pump, and he goes, "Are you busy?" I said, "Not really." He said, I'm filming a documentary about my life, and my best friend hasn't turned up. Can you play my best friend?
What?
And I said, "No." And I go, yeah, cool. Let me just finish this set and I'll be out. So then I walked out and he said, just pretend you're my best friend. Sounds easy enough.
So you had no history, with the bloke. Did you deliver a believable performance as his best mate of 8 seconds?
I did. Because I go, well, what's going on? And he goes, "Well, I'll buy you a green juice." And I said, "Mate, I'm in. I'm all in. That's all I need for the next month." So we filmed that day, and then he said, "What are you doing tonight?" I said, "Well, I was working at a gay bar at the time," and I said, "Well, I'm working at a gay bar tonight." And then he's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Dude, you know this about me. You're my best friend. I work in a gay bar on Friday and Saturday night." And then he's like, he called cut. He goes, cut. All right, now I know you're working in a gay bar. Let's reshoot it. Action. And then he goes, all right, I'm now coming down to the gay bar to film. So then we had 2 locations that day. So he came to the gay bar that night, and everyone's like, everyone, Paulie Shaw's here. You know, all the sirens are going off. And I'm like, he's my best friend. Like, he wouldn't be here if I didn't work here. A bit of respect, you know? and then so we filmed there. And then the next day he goes, come to the Comedy Store because we're going to be throwing out all of the relics and we need to decide what to keep and what to throw out. And you're going to be doing it with Kevin Hart, the comedian.
With Kevin Hart?
Yeah, bro. What? So, and this was across the road from where you stayed and where I stayed at the Mondrian in LA.
Sunset Boulevard.
So, yeah, mate. So directly across the road. So I turn up. Kevin Hart's like, who's this? I go, hey, Kevin, I'm Ash. And Paulie's like, he's my best friend. Kevin's face was like, you know, Kevin Hart's expressional face. He's like, this is weird. I've never seen you before. And then we filmed for another day, and that was in 2013. But the documentary still hasn't been released.
That's a long edit, mate. That's a long time in the edit suite. So it's obviously a masterpiece.
What, is it?
Dude, I messaged him in Vegas. I said, mate, I'm here. Where are you? And it's Ash, your best friend. And he's like, you know, he's like, hey, babe, I love you. Let's link up when I'm back in town. And, you know, now I'm back in Australia, but I will catch up with my best friend when I go back.
So now you are best friends, so it's legit.
Denny's overtaken him now, but, you know, well, we're best friends on paper.
Yeah, right.
And on film. On paper and on film, on tape.
Yeah,
that is so
film.
cool. Maybe he actually didn't have a best friend.
It's quite sad. The fact that his best friend couldn't even come down to the filming of his documentary about his life to play the role of his best friend.
Yeah, that is really that is sad. Who would play the role of your best friend?
Well, Ash Williams, obviously now, because
he's Paulie.
The pro at it.
So to give you and to remind everybody, Paulie Shaw, because we don't see a lot of him these days. He was a big deal, like growing up for me, because one of my favourite movies was Encino Man.
Oh, George has been googling him because George is like 21.
So Paulie Shaw,
no idea.
Really unusual actor, unusual voice, unusual style. But Encino Man, which is Brendan Fraser's sort of breakthrough role. Great movie.
Yeah. What else has he been in?
Yeah, what else has he been in other than the documentary about his life?
Coneheads. I don't know, dude. He's before my time too. Like, people are like, he's a big deal. I'm like, is he? Is he really?
He's just my best friend,
mate.
Totally.
Oh my God. You mentioned the gay bars a little earlier on because that's where you're working. You know, a man's got to do what he's got to do to get by when you're in a foreign city, waiting for the big next role. You know, waiting to land the gig in Titanic. You've got to make ends meet. So tell me about your time in work as a straight man working in a gay bar.
Yeah, well, I just needed to do it for money. I only had $200 in the bank because, I mean, I went to LA with all of my money in the world. I think I had like 40 grand, and then I just lived like a king for about 3 months, like just buying everyone's shots, buying strangers' shots, having the time on my life, driving convertibles, just buying everything. And then I was at the supermarket and my credit card got declined, and I was like, oh, no. And I checked it, and 2 credit cards were done, and I had one left with $200. So I had that sliding doors moment of, do I go back to Australia achieving nothing but partying for 3 months, or do I earn the American dollar? So I door knocked one of the gay bars called 11 nightclub, and I became one of the shop boys. And you basically work on commission. You get $1 per shot. But then one night a guy said to me, how much...
What is a shot boy? What is that?
You're right, and you're carrying around it. It's like your sponsor. You're carrying around the sponsor's drinks. Are you on a tray?
Yeah, you're not a sponsor. You make it out the back. It's a batch.
Oh, right.
And it doesn't sound great when you say it's a batch, but you brew it up, and that also doesn't sound good. And then you walk out with it. It's in test tubes, and then you sell it for $5. You get to keep $1, and they're shots, really strong shots. And then one time a guy said to me, "How much to lick your nipple?" And I'm like, "Shit, $20."
Yeah, good call.
And then he's like, "I'll have one of those, guy." So then, I'm like, "Great, nipples are in." So then he started, it was a nipple chaser. And then I got whipped cream, and I used to just whip cream the nipples up, ready to go. So if they want to chaser after the shot, then we look after them.
That's just good marketing by you. Good marketing, just sort of getting it ready so it's right in front of their eyes as they take their shot, and they're like, you know what, this ain't enough. Give me some nipple too.
Did you earn good money?
It was real up and down. Like, you could earn anywhere from $100 a night to $700 in a night. So, but it was, the median was about $275 a night. But,
Hey, Ash, it's George here, Grant and Chezzy's producer of It's All True. Nice to meet you, mate. Do you remember me, George Sargent? I bought some feet pics off you a few months back.
Did you actually?
No, God, no. Are you still selling pictures of your feet, though?
Yeah. I was going to say, George, if you did, you're the only one. Yeah, there's only one guy who follows me. I'm like, don't tell me it's you, George.
What? Hold on. Go back. I know that you said something like I know you said something on the Jungle Show, but I can't remember exactly what it was. There's a website or something where you can sell photographs of your feet. Is that right?
Well, in the jungle, so I was just selling them directly to a guy on Instagram.
That's right.
So he just used to message me and would say, he'd call me the Foot Lord. Hey, Foot Lord.
The Foot Lord.
Do you feel like, it was a submissive thing. He's like, do you feel like talking to me today, Foot Lord? And then, like, initially I didn't understand the dance that you had to do. Like, I would go, yeah, I feel like talking to you. And he's like, no. Say you don't want to talk to me. I'm like, okay, I'm really confused. I don't want to talk to you. And he goes, yeah, that's more like it, Foot Lord. Hey, Foot Lord. So then you finally get to the foot pic, and he's like, Foot Lord, would you do me the honour of sending me a foot pic? And I'm like, again, you don't know whether to say yes or no. So you go, maybe. And then he ends up paying you about, it's about $200.
Whoa.
For a set of, for him, I was doing 3 to 5 photos for a 200 deal. But yeah, look.
Is there any no-go zones on your feet, mate? Like, is there just a special part of your feet that you refuse to photograph that you're just saving for that special someone?
Your bunion or your fungal toe infection?
Well, you know the answer to this, don't you, Daniel?
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I think I do.
It's so funny that we're having this conversation because Grant hates feet.
Yeah, but I love this chat.
You petrified
because it ain't me. So you had a no-go zone though, didn't you?
No, I had everything's a go zone if you're willing to pay for it. But there's one thing that you don't send unless you're making the big bucks, and that's your sole, a pic of your foot sole.
Ooh, the
you
underside.
Save that stuff.
Yeah.
What?
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, you really, even now, if I'm on the beach and, I take a photo of myself and there's a sole, an inadvertent sole, I'll get so many DMs saying, throwing it out for free now, babe. I'm like, yeah, well, I forgot.
How prevalent is a foot fetish? And what is so sexy about a sole? I'm going to have a look. the sole. Oh my God, look at that! I'm looking at the sole of my foot. It's all got callus and
Ash, are you into feet? Do you like feet?
yuck.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't get the fetish, but, you know, good on them. Good on them. Like,
So I guess the stat here is 1 in 4 people like feet because I don't mind feet. I'm not like super into it, but I don't mind a foot.
Okay, that's interesting. What do you reckon they're doing with the pics, mate? What happens once you send it?
Well, I think you know the answer to this as well. They're doing all sorts of stuff, bro. You know, they're doing the naughty gear and
Masturbating over pictures of feet. I don't understand.
Yeah.
The feet aren't sexual. I don't get that.
Well, not to you, but everyone's got, we're all made up of different, proclivities, and we all have different stuff we're into. We can't be judgmental.
Like, I understand the people who cover themselves in food, that I saw on Jerry Springer 100 years ago.
Springer.
I get that because I understand, a bit of chocolate cake in the bed but a foot and because feet are smelly.
Well, I know someone else who she's a broadcaster. Her name's...
hold on. Are we going to get sued? Don't say the name.
No, I can. No, it's not too bad. It's Rihanna Crean, right? So she works for V8 Supercars. She's a commentator.
Oh, my God.
And she's like a bit of a triathlete, right? She exercises a lot, and she's often in swimwear, swimming at the beach, whatever. And like the amount of requests for feet pics is insane, right? And she even she did a triathlon and her toenails came off.
What?
So she had no toenails, which was pretty, that's hardcore. And she took photos of that and it wasn't pretty, but apparently the foot people were just going mental.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No toenails it's the new soul.
Dude, I'm not even in the toenail market. Like, this is... something. I'm going to be in Barbados by the end of the year. That's good stuff, man.
Oh my God! And they're cashed up, and they want.
You know what? Yeah, and I can grow a mean toenail.
Yeah.
Like, I've just been throwing them out like an idiot.
Yeah, silly.
So yeah, no, I'm going to
so is
cash
that
up.
Is that sexy to have longer toenails on a what are they looking for in feet?
I don't know. Again, I'm just a provider. I don't get...
Like hairy toes?
Yeah, do you ever requests on more or less hair, to shave it off or to keep it on?
I don't know. I've just... I think my feet... Look, I think they're pretty good. Yeah. They're not hairy. Mm-hmm. There's a term for them too, because there's a guy who posts my feet a lot. He's on Instagram called McFeet Feety. Yeah, I know. I don't know why he's got face in there, but McFeet Face Feety, I think. It could be McFeet Feety. Anyway, he always hashtags pies, Pies, masculino. That's the type of foot that I have.
A pies masculino.
Wow. I didn't realise there was a name for different foot constructions.
This is so eye-opening. Do you know, when this episode comes out, I am going to take a photo of my foot next to your foot, and I'm going to just put it on Instagram, and I'm going to see if there's any like...
I'm not up for that.
Yeah. I just want to see if it's actually...
I'm not comfortable in my own body enough to have someone judge, my feet, and I don't like my feet. So it's not that there's anything wrong with them. I just feel a bit... one of my kids loves, Scouty. She loves giving foot massages, and I can't even handle it from my own daughter. The girl who I brought into this world. So,
Grant won't even I try and rub his leg at night because my foot gets cold, and he won't even let me do that. And he goes, "Oh, gross."
Bro, you've got to live a little. You need to have some version of a massage before Chrissy or... as a New Year's resolution.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's really nice, mate.
I got to get over this. It's a hurdle that's holding me back in this life. Perhaps if I was better and more comfortable with my feet, I could be Paulie Shaw's best friend. The sky is the limit. If I could just get through this.
We could be rich. You need to stop wearing shoes at the beach, Grant, because of your foot paranoia.
That was my hustle. Oh, what's Daniel doing these days? The former host of Family Feud, Australia's Got Talent, and Dancing with the Stars. Oh, he's just selling pictures of his feet now. That's what he's doing.
We'll give you a toe ring.
Well, you know what's funny? You mentioned Dancing with the Stars, and of course, the best host of Dancing with the Stars is one Grant Denyer, but another host is Dan McPherson.
Yeah.
Now, McFeet Feety did a ranking of the best celebrity feet in Australia. And look, Dan McPherson came in at second, which is huge for D-Mac.
That's big.
Huge.
Who came in at first?
Well, I mean, I don't want to blow my own feet, but I came in at first.
Oh, hey, there he is. That's big.
That's a big title. Hang on. So does that mean that D-Mac has been also selling his feet pics? Do you think?
I don't know if D-Mac is.
Because, I mean, work's been quiet on the movie front.
Well, he's been trying to make it, over in LA as well. He's had a few big gigs, but maybe this sort of, fills the gap in between roles.
Yeah, look, it does make sense. I've been wondering where he is. So, look, I don't know.
He's having some work on his feet. Hey, you've earned money in some random ways. Have you got any other unbelievable stories before we let you go, Ash? I know you've probably got 1,000.
Yeah, I don't know. You just reminded me of one that I don't think I've ever told it. The same guy who wanted the foot pics, one time he said, would you be up for an ignore session? And I said, well, what's that? I'm definitely interested. He said, it's where I call you and you stay on the phone with me and you ignore me for 10 minutes, right?
Wow.
And I said, how much? And he said, 300. I said, this is good.
For 10 minutes?
And I'd never done one before. So I'm like, so look, I just ignore you? He goes, I've never spoken to him on the phone. So he's messaging me this thing, you just ignore me. Pretend I'm not there, right? So I thought, this is the easiest money I've ever made, all right? I called him, I put it on a private number, and I thought I'd just call him while I was having my dinner at the food court, right? So I'm like, I call him, and his name's Josh. I think it's a fake name. I go, hey, Josh, it's Ash. And I just heard him go, breathing like, yep. And then I'm like, all right, buddy, I'll just let you go from here. I'm here if you need. And then, it went for 3 minutes, and I kept checking in, going, you right, buddy? You cool? You there? And he's like, yeah. And then it went for 7.5 minutes, and then he just hung up.
Wow. He just
I know.
Oh my God!
I know.
You did not ignore him for 10 minutes.
Wow. Did you at all once stop eating your special fried rice whilst you were engaged in this?
Did you have it on speaker?
No. Bro, I've never been more relaxed. It was just like eating a focaccia I got at half price from Soul Origin there at Bondi Junction. And, I mean, that's the easiest money I'll ever make. But I did message him afterwards and said, you all good, mate? And he said, yeah, that was fantastic.
That's good feedback, mate. That's really good feedback.
My God.
Mate, it was an absolute pleasure chatting. Thanks for sharing some of your life because it is such an unusual yet wonderful life.
I love how open you are, Ash. Obviously, nothing shocks you. You just roll with the punches.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of there's a lot of stories, so I need to figure out the best ones. So
no, I think we will get you back. But before you go, have you got any advice, considering how worldly you are, have you got any advice for George? He's 21. He's trying to grow a moustache. He wants to, have a great career in the media. At the moment, he looks like a seedy porn star, would you say? He's really lovely. And
I've got a lot of things working against me right now.
Seedy bin collector is the vibe he's going for at the moment. And Ash, you're a lady slayer. I've seen you at work on the Sunset Strip, and it's something of magnificence. What would you say to an aspiring Ash Williams?
Oh, look, I'd say an aspiring George. So you just keep being you, man. And you're only 21.
Yeah.
You're so young.
That's very true.
At 21,
So young.
I was working in a meat room for $15 an hour. So you've already got 10 years on me. You're killing it. So, with the moustache, I mean, that's just going to get better with age. So, you know.
What do you think, Ash? Do you reckon I shave it? Do I shave it and it will grow back thicker next time, or do I just keep it, growing it and hoping it gets thicker as time goes by?
Hard to say without seeing a photo, but I would say I'd say shave it, mate. I'd say shave it and then reassess.
I think
Like,
maybe,
what do you look like with no moustache?
I look cute, I think.
He looks about 8 years of age without it. So at the moment,
Yeah, okay.
it looks like he's just had a chai latte, and like the dust off the top of the chai has landed on his top lip,
He's
and he just
trying
hasn't
really
yet
hard.
wiped it away.
You should get one of those
mate.
feather eyebrow tattoos. Just like feathering, so it looks like you've got
Make
hair
it permanent. I found that if I smile, it kind of spreads out and you can't see it. But if I stay neutral and look across, it bunches up and you can see it a bit better.
With pursed lips, mate, it is thick as. So you just got to stay in that position all the time.
You know what? I've just discovered an untapped market. Now, we have so many, grow your own hair, toupees for the head. What about fake moustaches and fake beards for the young gentlemen who want to look
This is the future.
suit?
This is the future. I love it, Ash Williams, mate.
Can't you get fake ones just at a costume shop?
Yeah,
just
you
glue it
can.
on?
Yeah, but we're talking about good ones.
Yeah.
Well, these ones are going to cost you a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
Made out of genuine pubes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the
well,
real
that's it.
deal.
that's our new business then, yeah? We're doing fake moustaches and foot pics. All right?
Righto, buddy. We're going to leave you be. Thanks for the chat.
Thanks, Ash. We love you.
Thanks, guys.
Mate,
Love ya.
where can people find you on your potty?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate, just go to my Instagram, Ash Williams1. I've got Ash Williams Show podcast. By the way, the one we recorded in LA, Dania, shit itself again.
Oh, no.
Good. So, yeah, anyway, look, I think I've got 7 minutes of something we recorded on a video camera of you seeing Christina Applegate at Hollywood Boulevard. So, look, I'll check that up this week. But, yeah, man, that's it. And can I just say, Dania, there's no one else I would rather be in LA with, mate. I had the best time with you, bro. Like, we were flying.
Mate, watching you down at Venice Beach play paddleboard, which is like sweeping America, huge in LA. It's like a mini version of tennis. And just shirt off, just glistening in the sunshine. It just brought up a lot of homoerotic scenes like from Top Gun. And, mate, I'm going to dine out on that memory for a long time, my friend. So thank you for being the gift that keeps on giving.
Hey, mate, I'll send you that video you took too. That was actually an incredible video. So, yeah.
All right, now my wife's looking at me funny going, what kind of video are you filming? I filmed him glistening in the sun for his Instagram.
I know, I can imagine.
See you, buddy.
It was on Instagram. All right, love you guys.
Thank you, Footlord.
Hey, also,
yeah.
can I just say one last thing, Daniel? I keep thinking about, you've got Scout and Salem. What's your youngest girl's name?
Sunday.
Sunday. I've been laughing so much the last week. Do you remember I was in your bedroom and you were talking to your kids and your wife, and your youngest one kept saying, I love you, Daddy. It was every minute for like a 10 to 15 minute call, and every minute Sunday would probably go, I love you, Daddy. And all I could hear, and it was just incredible. And as you say, Dania, it's the same energy every time. It's so cute and adorable. I've been laughing about that for the last week.
She can't say anything else, so she just goes with that, and she just gives it full commitment every time.
She says a few other things, but when Grant was away every day, I'd go in, I'd go, morning. She'd go, Daddy, 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 I love Daddy. And I'd say, no, Daddy's not here, Done. It's just Mum. Daddy, Daddy.
That was good stuff, mate. All right.
So
We'll chat to you soon, my friend.
Okay.
See you guys.
See you, Ash.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
She is cute like that. How about the other day when we were watching? No, I was watching The Crown while Grant was away, and she came in, and there was the actor on who was the Queen, who was doing a scene like when they're on a yacht, and she came in and was sitting on my lap, and she saw the picture, you know, the Queen, the actress, and she was like, Nen.
That's right.
And waving and
like she
blowing kisses.
recognized someone who she sees regularly. Like it was.
Yeah, and I said to Grant, my grandmother, who we thought Nen was, And if you've, listened to some of our previous episodes and we spoke to the cowgirl medium, and we thought that it was my Nen, she didn't look like the Queen. So we're now confused because she saw somebody who she thought she recognised on that, on the crown.
Maybe, yeah.
It was incredible. Yeah, it was beautiful. Actually, while Grant was away, I had a number of things. We'll have to do that in the next episode. I had a number of things happen that were a little bit spooky. So, yeah, there's a full episode.
Oh, like while GD was away?
Yeah. Yep. But George, you were saying that something that Flavia predicted has happened.
Did she predict the hickey?
No,
because the injury was from the waist down, I believe.
That's right. She said you were going to have a problem downstairs.
Yeah, so Flavia said there's going to be, I believe, an injury from sort of like the waist or the hips down to like the knees or somewhere in that region. And about a week later, I'm on a golf course with a few mates by the beach, absolutely beautiful. A few beers in, having a really nice time. We get to maybe the 13th hole. I lay myself down just in front of the lovely green and like I'm sort of planking on the ground and say, you know what's going to happen, boys. You know exactly what's about to happen. Put that golf ball just on top of my ass and hit it off my ass.
Are you kidding me?
The ball off my ass into the hole.
Have you not?
We thought this is going to make great content. This is a lovely video. It's a good time. Just don't hit too hard, man. Just don't hit too hard. It'll be okay.
It's a golf club. They only hit hard.
Now, hold on. Did you have it just sitting on your butt or did you have the little, what's the
tee?
The tee in your butt crack?
I didn't have the tee. I didn't think that was necessary or appropriate and it wouldn't be comfortable.
I'd be getting the ball as far away from my flesh as possible.
It's just sitting on your
Even
bottom.
if the tee had to hang out of your anus, I would have done that rather than have that ball sit on top of my flesh.
Hindsight is a wonderful thing. Anyway, a massive bruise across my left and right arse cheeks.
Of course there would be, you idiot. Like, have you not seen Instagram or when people... It never works.
Even if it was Tiger
Woods. It seemed like
Woods.
such a good idea at the time. It seemed like a really good idea, a few laughs, but man, I was in so much pain. I couldn't sit for about a week.
It's a metal stick that swings at about 100 kilometers an hour. What did you think was going to happen?
But we were close. Like, it wasn't like a driving shot, like right down the...
Yeah.
Well, what number iron did they use?
Oh, it was a bit more of a putt, was it?
Was it like a 5 iron or was it a...
It was a 5, and it wasn't the putt. It was sort of, just in between.
Yeah.
So anyway, I feel that is the injury that Flavia predicted, my ass getting bruised from a golf club.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Yeah, she strikes again, Flavia the Mystical.
Because remember, she said, I'm not quite sure what you're doing when this injury happens. So in other words, she saw you laying on the ground with a golf club going over your back.
Far out. That is funny. Because
so
I've
weird.
often thought I couldn't trust anyone because they're also now no longer hitting in a normal height, right? So they might be playing the perfect game where every shot's an absolute winner. Now you've put a ball on your bum. That's further off the ground than they're normal used to hitting. So now they're out of sequence, right? So it's a game of lottery from this point on. And the stakes are high.
And can I just ask, did you tighten your muscles? Did you clench? Or were you just relaxed?
No, there was no way anything about that situation was relaxing. So I think about just every single muscle in my body.
Just farting to just shoot it in the air so then they could hit it? You know what I mean? Like a little cannon, little bum cannon?
Yeah. That's right. That could have been cool. Or you could have done the thing where you're laying down and you're like blowing really, really hard on the ball going,
oh, yes. I do that with ping pong balls for my kids.
I value my teeth more than my ass.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, whose idea was it? Was
George's.
it your... Right, was your idea?
It was definitely my idea.
Bro, you need to stick to foot pics, man. Like, you need to just, you know what, just only do things for cash these days.
But it's still...
You know that review, how like George is wise beyond his years? I feel like I was wiser at episode 1. But look at me now. What's happened?
Wise beyond his years. He's had a hickey and then someone took a shot at a golf ball off his ass.
That's
So mature, man.
Hey, how funny is the name Footlord? Just quietly.
It's
I
really
love it.
random. I still don't understand the
It's
whole
just life
flipping
is full of those stories. Like
Yeah, I love
it's an endless fountain of the most random shit you would never do,
But
he somehow has.
But what people don't understand, right? And I can say this because when I met Ash in person for the first time, I only knew the persona that I'd seen. I had no idea who he was. I only knew the persona that I'd seen or that he portrayed on the Jungle Show, right? So he in real life is basically just exactly like he was on the Jungle Show. However, you have this feeling he is an extremely genuine, down to earth, really sweet, like super sweet. And you don't get any of that when you see him kind of, performing. But he is so lovely.
You know what he reminds me of? A good-looking Kramer. Just the stuff that happens in his life is you can't even write, but it just somehow he's done it or it happened to him.
Because he's just open to all experiences and he's just comfortable in his own skin.
He literally he's not afraid of anything, which is awesome because I'm afraid of a lot of things. But like he ended up at this major TV producer's house in Hollywood. It was the guy who created the show, the famous show from the 90s called The Nanny, right? Fran Drescher.
You wouldn't know that one either, George.
Massive global success, huge. So he's in the Hollywood Hills at this mega mansion, and there he is on his Instagram taking a photo, like leaning forward, serving a drink to the creator of The Nanny, and his caption was something like, I've just landed the new role of as the new Nanny reboot. And he's just, how do you end up there? How do you end up as Pauly Shore's best friend? How do you, how do you end up with blokes licking your nipples for $20?
But that, to be honest, and most people who would listen to this, that sounds really odd. But how do you explain him? Because I think he's very good for you, because I think that he's, and I know when you guys were hanging out, in the jungle and also like overseas, he's a very genuine person who has your best interests at heart. But also I think he encourages you to just live life to the full and to not be scared of things. And
he's not afraid of failure, and he'll just take a chance. Like he goes, what have I got to lose is basically his ethos. Whereas I come from a place of I've got everything to lose and I'm afraid of failure. So yeah, he's good fun. Good fun.
And he when at the Jungle Grand Final, when we all went down there, he was just so smitten with the girls. And I was pregnant with Sunday, and he just kept saying, Grant, you're just so lucky. You've got a beautiful family, and family is everything. And he genuinely means it. He's a genuine guy, and his stories make him sound creepy as hell.
Yeah, but he's
not.
But I love those stories because it's so far from anything that I'm familiar with that it's
It is. It's
so
weird.
different that it's unbelievably fascinating, the fact that someone lives their life this way.
It is. And that's what we want you to do, George. So keep up the hickeys, on the dance floor.
Okay.
And,
instead of giving them away for free, mate, give those hickeys away for $20.
And also, keep getting hit in the backside with the 5-iron. These are all experiences to put into your first novel.
Make sure you send us that video as well.
I will. Yeah, it was quite the time. I want to start preparing a Christmas gift, by the way, for our listeners. I'll clue you up on that as episodes come, but I think we might have a special present coming in the lead up to Christmas, just to give the listeners a bit of a bit of oomph around this time of the year. Okay,
this is
juicy. Are we going to chat to to Santa or something like from the North Pole, or because we've got lots of kids listening apparently.
What about every every review from here on gets a foot photo from George.
Yeah, that's a nice gift. I've actually got I'm in contact with one of Santa's elves. Yes, one of the elves.
We're on the inside.
I love that. Yeah.
Bad Santa might be on the show at some point.
Bad Santa. Sorry, I just got a bubble in my
Ho,
throat.
ho, ho.
What did you call my wife?
No,
Bad Santa. I don't know why that's
that's
so real.
Santa. Wow.
Oh,
that's
classic.
funny. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. So
Yep.
much fun.
Keep up the reviews, and also if you've got any audio reviews that you want to send in, if you want to, appear on our podcast but you don't want to appear, then send them to George at _ or whatever it is, G-Sarge.
Maybe
something.
he should say it
yeah,
rather than
say
you get it wrong.
You say it, George.
Yeah, it's _ J-Sarge on the gram.
On the ground.
Yeah. We'll
All right, Footlords.
Love you both. Have a nice
catch it.
time.
See you for the
Yeah.
next potty. Love your work.
Woohoo. Bye.
The Footlord.
Foot loud.
It's All True, the podcast with Grant and Shezzy Denya.
Bye bye.